Hello, sexy souls. All right, so this is going to be the second read for today. I didn't even know this was going to happen. I got like a just an inkling at the very end that I was going to do another reading, and I was like, okay, we've got plenty of time today, so I'm going to do it. It's gorgeous outside. I hope it's gorgeous where you're at. I've had time to cleanse my space and get started with some new. Let me see if I can't let you all see a little better the desk. Alrighty, so here goes. I am still in my yoga gear, so you know. I don't know who this is going to be for or how it's going to differ from the message, but let's go ahead and open ourselves up and see. You know, it's funny, when I was putting the title on, I knew I was going to do another message, but they gave me the specific, like, a new message, and I was like, okay. And so I just put it on there. It might change. I don't freaking know. Okay. Water, because it's exceptionally good for you and it's necessary and it's needed. Okay. Just give me a hot minute. I'm going to check in and see what I need to get. Oh, they want me to check. Oh. There it is. Okay. I was like, is it being posted? Is it? Okay. Hold on just a moment. Okay. So it's being shown. All right. There we go. Okay. I'm just going to plug this up since. Here we go. Now I'm just, okay, that feels clear. Now I just need to know where they want me. Okay. We are actually going to start with, hey, David. We're going to start with Hermetic Tarot. When I tell y'all, when I tell you I'm rearranging this damn room to get me back over near that window because I can't stand this artificial light. It's killing me. I mean it. The last message was really good. A lot of confirmation and everything in it. I feel like I need to take that off. Like, somebody's crown might be very active right now. Someone's crown is very active. I'm hearing accurate. So your crown might be very accurate. See what we've got, guys. Something's breaking ground in an area that you thought you were unsuccessful, or that you were attempting to achieve success, but you feel like you fell short. Something's breaking ground. I heard a new path forged. They're giving me words. Like, the card comes and they're giving me like words, and I'm trying to like put the puzzle together. The moon card. I know y'all don't even see what the fuck's on the table. I'm thinking through something because they're trying to show me something, and I'm like, the beetle. God, is it the beetle? an Egyptian like fortune and protection. Yeah, scarab. Right here, look. We've got the moon card, but look at it right there. And they're bringing me to it. And they've put wings on this thing, but more like angelic type wings. Like they depicted it differently. Like, okay, so we have the moon card. I'm doing this out of order, guys. I know we got the moon card with the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is the new path forged. Something is forged. Like something you thought was unfulfilled or wasn't going to be successful. You might have been attempting success in that area, become successful because we have like a new path forged. And then they gave me with the moon card like revealed. Like maybe the fortunate path, the path that brings fortune to you is being highlighted. So maybe whatever you were attempting before, the manner in which you were trying to execute something, or the avenue in which you're trying to achieve something, you felt like it fell short, but it's like you're trying to have success. It didn't break ground, but it's now breaking ground. It will break ground. And have major expansion. We got the universe, which is like the world card, guys. Okay, so the way that it came out, it was Seven of Pentacles, which is something that's like breaking ground, something that's, but down here they've got success unfulfilled. And so it's like, it's this area that you attempted before, or that you were attempting and you just thought was unsuccessful. And it's like whatever method or avenue in which you were attempting to execute something and do something with, it was the avenue in which you were doing it, the medium, the methods, maybe. It's like a person who's meant to teach, right? And so they go into the tried and true traditional method of teaching, right? By teaching children in a school system. And it burns them out. They feel unsafe. There's so many reasons, and they get out of it and they're like, I thought I was meant to be a teacher. They feel unsuccessful, like they never reached their true potential. They weren't able to touch people in a heartfelt way. Like they feel like a failure to a certain degree. And it's like, no, you're like, that was a learning ground, right? That was the preparation. That was getting you in the groove of being a teacher, but like there's so many ways and capacities and methods in which you can teach, right? And it's like your passion is igniting inspiration, bringing new inspiration, showing people new avenues, like teaching them something that allows them to flourish and think, like, so you could be a teacher in all kinds of capacities with, that's the analogy, right? And so it's like maybe the medium, okay, for whatever reason, I'm itching right just below my belly button, like my sacral. So like you didn't even reach your full potential. There's something about your sacral energy. Like they're bringing it to me. Like I'm like, I don't got no reason to itch on my belly. You weren't able to reach your full expression of something. Maybe the avenue in which you attempted something didn't allow you the expansiveness. That there were parameters where, okay, I get it. I fucking get it. Just in the United States right now, there's this big push on stripping everything out of our schools in certain areas, of having an agenda on what is and isn't taught. It is it is trying to push people more into the matrix and conform more, strip them of the ability to critically think, because we will only approve these ideologies and these subject matters to be taught. Oh my gosh. And it's like, no, like, it's giving me the teacher analogy again. You couldn't give your full expression. You couldn't reach your full potential and be the successful teacher given the medium in which you were doing it. And so it's almost like there's going to be you're going to experience success. It's going to break ground, but it's going to be, you're going to find your fortune and the method in which to do that through a different path, like a new path or a new avenue is forged to do this. Okay. It's like those individuals who feel like, who have started to do, like the unschooling where they teach more than just this indoctrinated whatever. And so they'll start it out of their home, and then they turn it into like a small school where there's 30 kids, and they have everything from gardening to civil rights to all that kind of stuff. Like it's like they want independent thinkers and innovative individuals, and so like their methods are just like they found a way to be their full expression, and to be successful in their methodology, in what is it they want to do through a different medium, right? So that's what I'm getting. Like somebody is going to reach their success through a different avenue. You think you've been unsuccessful, right? But things are about to break ground. And it's like you're going to be able to do what you're meant to do, just in a different, I don't know if I want to say a different environment, but in a different way. But it's still the same thing. So there's going to be a lot of expansion. It's almost like being able to reach more or do more. Like when this breaks ground, it's going to expand greater than you realized. And you're achieving like this fortune, like this fortune. It like spirit is good, or something shines the light on the avenue in which you get to do this, because the Ace of Swords for me is, yes, it's a new thought form, it's a new way, it's a new path, it's a new path being forged, right? We cut away everything that obscures us. Okay. So give me hello. They're reiterating, it's like you're starting anew again. It's like a new path. Okay, Two of Pentacles is like, I've got two paths in front of me. Two very practical, real world avenues that I can do something, right? Two of Pentacles. I've already tried this one, so I'm going to go this one. It's like a fresh start at something. It's like starting over, but not starting over. It is. It's just doing the same thing in a different avenue. Now, funny thing is you've been really worried in this existing way in which you've been doing something on your ships coming in, 3 of Wands. Like, when will this work? When will this pop off? When will my efforts be reciprocated, right? Only, and then we got the 9 of Swords. So this has been like a concern and a worry for you, but it came out reversed, and I don't do reversals. So how the fuck it came out reversed? I don't know how it ended up like that. Okay. I don't know how just these specifically 2 that were side by side ended up like that. And so that's why you saw me pause. I was like, and they wanted me to keep it that way. Like, they're trying to say, you don't have to worry in this new doing it differently. If you're going to be able to have the success, make the momentum. I don't know why I'm saying make, but it's almost like the 9 of Swords, not worrying and not having to worry or to wait for your ships to come in. Okay, so how do we do this new, like, what about this new avenue of something happening? Like, we're going to expand on the Ace of Swords, because where is it? When's it coming in? Tell us more about it. Like, what? Okay. What? Give me, now I know this is going to start. Okie dokies. Okay, yeah. All right. Got it. So we're going to do the... Why did they have me do that? Like, what? Sometimes the way things, I'm like... Okie dokie. Yay. It's funny that it's just the 2 of you. Ace of Swords. Well, no shit. Ace of Swords. We got the 7 of Swords, and it literally says plans that need to be revised. So it's, again, it's all about the way in which you've been attempting to do something. That's not the way you're going to have success. I still feel like you're going to be doing exactly what you're meant to do, just not executing it the way that you've been executing it. Well, let me give you an example. It would be like, everybody knows this hot new side hustle, which is not very new, but affiliate marketing, right? And it's like, people have, like, there's this tried and true cookie cutter way of doing click funnels, like email marketing and stuff like that for your affiliate marketing, right? These campaigns and whatever. And it's like not having success with that and still doing affiliate marketing, but in a different capacity, right? It is, instead of through emails, through Pinterest, or I don't know, like I'm just giving you a very basic example of what they're talking about. So I don't feel like what you're supposed to do or what you're doing is, you're still doing that, just in a different medium, in a different avenue, going about it in a different way. So it's revising the plan, not scrapping the plan. That's where it gets that feeling of starting over, but not. And then over here, we've got, it's funny, I just said that. Down here, it's the 9 of Pentacles, and this is about freedom, autonomy. It literally says down here, successful self-employment. And then just being successful, sustained, like a freedom of expression, freedom of movement in your life. Okay. So success, on your own, like you specifically will have success, 9 of Pentacles, And then we've literally got King of Wands here. It's taking the lead, being focused, following through, having the drive. I feel like I need to clarify that. I want a King of Fire. I feel like that is it's okay. So the King of Fire is about putting it into action, because we got the Queen of Pentacles, King of Wands. Queen of Pentacles is having all the knowledge, the know-how, which you garnered through your previous attempts at doing this, but it's focusing it in a completely new direction, or in a new method. So, yeah. She's very sensible. She has all the capacity and capabilities to do this. She's got all the elements that she needs at her disposal. And it's really about putting that into practice, utilizing those, what you've learned, what you know, and focusing it in a new direction. It's odd. I need something different. I'm going to go with Azathoth. Like, I don't feel like this is quite... Ace of Swords, please. Telling me where I'm wanting. Let me clarify with what I want to know about the Ace of Swords, this new path. How's this new path going to present itself? This new medium of doing something. This new method of doing something. This new path. How's this path? I mean... How's this new path being forged? How is it going to be forged? How is it presenting itself? How's it being revealed? This is a more fortunate way of going, moving. Sometimes Spirit plays Captain Obvious. And I'm like, you don't got to repeat what I just said. You don't got to repeat what you've already said. We know we're moving on. We want additional information. Not trying to be whatever. 8 of Cups, leaving how you've done something before in order to get your wish. Like, the 8 of Cups is leaving something behind, leaving old methods, old ways, whatever, so you can go to the 9 of Cups, which is having your wish happen. So you're having to walk away from one way of doing something and go to another. We know that. 8 of Pentacles. Very specific skill set. This is of all the things that you've tried, right? We have the 7 of Pentacles over here. When something breaks ground, it's like having tried all the other ways and knowing that this way is the way that's going to work. Like, it's like, it's just like with the 2 of Pentacles. I've tried it this way. Now I'm going to try it this way. How do you fucking know to try it this way? Because it feels very confusing. Like you maybe don't realize this is even an option. Hence, I guess why it's forged. Like, you probably would have done it before. Like, maybe you exhaust all other means, right? All the 7 of Pentacles, and you get to the 8 of Pentacles, and you're kind of like, I guess I'll try this. Like, it's walking away from maybe you're honing in. Maybe the path or the way in which you were trying to achieve something before was too spread thin and it wasn't niched enough. And it's like, instead of spreading yourself out, trying to do all of these things, you narrow something in and you only focus on this. And that's where your success is. Not trying to accomplish too much, or it's like the idea of the teacher where she works for this big school, but then she leaves and then she starts her own little smaller school. And it's like, it's a more highly focused skill, like expression of her skill set. Okay, I get it. Let me use the teacher scenario. You're an amazing fucking teacher. You're burnt out. You can't do it anymore. The medium in which you were doing it, because of the way that it has been piecemealed out and how you are not happy, successful, you're not in your fullest expression. And somebody knows you're exceptional. You're so fucking good at that. And it's like, you don't feel so good at it. You feel beat down and everything else like that. But somebody sees your and they go, you know what? You've got exactly what I need, right? You walk away from one way. Like, you have a very specific skill. You're really good at something, like teaching. And you're already willing to walk away from it, or you do walk away from it. Like, these two are connected, okay? We got 2 8s here. And you're offered a new way of like a new project, a new way of doing something. We have the Page of Wands with the Ace of Wands. Page of Wands tells me something's being on offer to you. Like this isn't something that you have to discover. You're going to get the opportunity. Like, the opportunity will present itself to you to do exactly what you're doing, but not the way you've been doing it. You're going to take your skills somewhere else, is what they're saying. You're going to take your skills somewhere else. And you're going to get a brand new project, creation. Maybe that's why they're talking about a new path is being forged, because it's like, maybe it's not very like, when we go to try and do something, we always look to see what's already out there to try and learn something from it. And again, this is you've already tried one way, like maybe all the like tried and true methods, which is the 7 of Pentacles going into the 8 of Pentacles. Like, with this 2 of Pentacles, like, you've already tried this path. You've already tried another avenue, which was the tried and true way. And you didn't get success in a tried and true way. So something new, exciting, innovative, creative, Ace of Wands, a whole new way of doing something that nobody else has thought of before. That's why we've got Prince of Wands, with this new way of doing, new creative solution, way of doing something. Not a lot of people do it in that way, is going to bring things in a hell of a lot fucking faster for you. Prince of Wands. I'm trying to think of an example. I know there's a million examples out there, guys, of where, like, somebody does something that nobody else has done before. Like, you get some kind of an idea, Ace of Swords, and it's like, let's do it like this. But with the Prince of Wands and the Ace of Wands, it feels like maybe it's risky because it's not the tried and true way of doing something. But you already fucking know the tried and true way it's not working out for you. It's like trying to be a teacher in an already created institution. This is how you teach, and this is in the environment you teach in, and this is how you do it. And you're like, you know what? Fuck that. You go create your own school. That's what they're trying to say. There is like this level of, it's a brand new creation. People aren't, it's not tried and true. It's not the traditional way. There's not a lot of history for it. It's kind of like, it would be risky. Knight of Wands, Prince of Wands. It's a little risky. It's a little risky. But I mean, if the other way isn't working, then this way is obviously how it's, okay, is somebody going to come in? Is this like on their own taking the, sorry, I just saw the chat move. I was like, okay, so how, okay, maybe they wanted me to elaborate on when they're saying it's a new path being forged. They're like, you don't understand. It's not really something that's being done, and so you're going to do it differently. And as a result, there will be success. So it's like, it's the methods and the modem, the medium, like the environment, like the resources you're using, the methods, like that's not what's going to bring you success. You're going to get something new. And because when we say it's a new path being forged, we really fucking mean it. Like, it's not something that you can go, oh, you can't look to the industry to say, oh, there's success with it. Is there somebody else involved in this? Is this like being brought in, or is this self? How does this new path or this new method happen? Sun, Night, Tarot. Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords, talk to me. There's a choice of going about it differently. Got the Seven of Swords again, which is like a revision of plans, trying to set yourself up for success. And then the Ten of Cups. Like, maybe your plan is to just do it for the joy of it, and then suddenly success comes. Like, I'm not understanding. I've got to think of a new question to ask because they keep repeating themselves. And sometimes it's like, I said what I said, but other times I'm like, am I not fucking, am I not articulating this correctly? Because why do you keep saying the same shit? Why do you, because literally we have Seven of Swords, again, revising a plan. Ten of Cups, again, because it's going to be exceptionally happy and everything else like that, right? And then we got Chariot, which is like, follow through, and like it's like success from taking action on something, from follow through on something, right? Ace of Wands, something shows up. Two of Wands, you take action towards it, right? There is success. Chariot, because you follow through with something. They keep saying follow through. And it brings about major change or a new path, a pivot. Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is my pivot card. It is the change. Completely different way of doing something. You choose to go about something differently. Is this an offer, or does this person initiate the change? I'm going to pull from Kipper. I'm like, why are we not answering the fucking question? Like, you're not giving me any new, we need new information. We need new information. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, I don't want to spend 30 minutes saying the same fucking thing with 20 different decks. What is the purpose? What is the point? Like, you're not giving us any information on what's happening here. So there's going to be an improvement, which we've already said. Going from toil and labor to sudden wealth. Someone will improve. There will be an elevation, a promotion, an advancement in what you're doing. There's improvement. Give me. My children are really loud. Give me a second. Is an opportunity going to be brought in? We understand there's going to be a new path. You're doing things differently, and it's going to create success. But are you able to do things differently because an opportunity is given to you? Like, does somebody present this whole brand new way? Ace of Wands. Let's talk about the Ace of Wands then. Clarify the Ace of Wands. Whatever this new way, this new way of going about trying to achieve the success that you want is, you've struggled with making the decision to do this, maybe to walk away from the tried and true of how everybody else is doing it, or of the other methods in which people have done something. And so, or maybe you've been struggling with what you feel like is the only option of doing it the way everybody else does it, kind of like teacher scenario, like you want to teach, but like it doesn't feel creatively, like you don't feel freedom to really teach, right? Because everybody in the United States now at least teaches to a test. There's no creative freedom to be a true teacher. And it's like you feel stifled or somehow limited by the way in which you can do this. And so you've always felt like that, like you've battled with the choice that you had at hand. Like I don't, like the way society says you should be able to achieve success with whatever it is that you do, you don't like it. We got the Lovers, which is about having to make decisions, right? One way or the other. And it's like battling it out, feeling conflicted and confused and not completely in alignment with something. Feeling a bit of a chaos. And it's like you may have, whatever you've been trying to do to make this successful, where you feel like you've not been successful, you've been doing the tried and true ways or the already established ways of doing something. And it's like it was never setting right with you. You didn't really like it. And to boot, you're not being successful with it. And it's almost like, but if you do the things that you really love, like instead of trying to follow the pre-formula, like the formula that's already been set out, or the steps that everybody else takes, or the path that everybody else takes, if you just do what feels good, you're like, yep, I like to do this. And this is how that's how it's going to be successful. You just have to change your approach. And so it's like, but you have convinced yourself because of the lack of success that I feel like you stick out, you stand out, like you don't like, it's very evident you're not happy with the established way of doing something. You're just not. And that's probably by design, on purpose. And the idea of not being able to be successful at this by subscribing to a preformed path, a cookie cutter path, an already established, do this, then this, then this, then this. Your lack of satisfaction with that was to help deter you from going down that path. Because it's like knowing you're meant to be successful at something, and then no matter what, like you're trying, and so it's like, because you're not supposed to do it that way, you're supposed to do it your way that feels good to you. And you may have been trying to conform, like somehow fit your way into the existing form. It's like people try, like, again, I'm using the teacher scenario, trying to be a teacher and go to a school that wants you to teach towards a test, right? And that says you can only teach these subjects and you can only use these books and you can only, it's like trying to get real creative within that limited confine and feeling very imprisoned, right? And it's like you're trying to be this full out expression of your true talent in that medium it's not gonna happen. It's too confined. But you tried to fit your way within the walls of the other way, and it's not working. It's not working. But you do have everything within you, and at your disposable, you are very much so capable, like the Queen of Pentacles, who has come out again, to make this happen. 10 of Pentacles. To have not only the level of success, but duration that you want. So okay, how do they do it the way they want to do it? Since you're saying they're going to forge this new path, and it feels like, I can't get rid of the feeling like you might be offered something, but it's not presenting yet. It's like almost like you have to take the steps to do things differently and not try to fit different and your, like, what's true to you within the confines. Like, I mean, this is bold-faced, 8 of Cups, walking away from that shit and like not fitting in. So that would be the teacher going, peace out, I resign, I can't do this within the existing school system. I'm going to go over here. It's taking two of wands, that first action. So we have 3 major arcana right here. When you take the steps to create Queen of Pentacles, she's got everything within her, right? The Queen of Pentacles has everything within her. It's creating the reality external to you that reflects that. Not trying to fit in the confines or the pre-constructed paths, okay? It is flat out just being you. And that's really, truly when people they're showing people who have, like, it's like an idea no one would have thought of, but everybody could benefit from. Like these people who do things. There's a dude that made a business, I swear to you, he's on TikTok, out of sending, like, it's like a prank kind of something to somebody where it's like there might be dirt and like he might put like it's in a box and a shovel and have like this nasty, like if you just want to get at somebody or somebody gets on your damn nerves, you can send it to them. Or if you want to play a prank on your ex or on your spouse, or you know what I mean, like he'll send like a little like coffin box with a little dirt in it and like a little message, like, but it's like in a jokey, sarcastic, and so like, you just, it's for those who have the weird sense of humor and who want a unique way of like getting a message across to somebody, and things like that. It's like, who would have, what? When he has a business like that. Okay. And he just, it keeps getting more and more creative, right? Like he tapped into this dark humor, angsty type of energy that a lot of people have, where it's like, he doesn't set his business up according to traditional notions and I've got to solve a problem for somebody. Like everybody out there in every YouTube, TikTok land wants to be like, your business should solve a problem. No, the fuck it don't got to. Like, what are you, you know what I mean? And he's like, I'm going to go do this. I'm going to tap into this part of people that it's like an element of himself that other people share. And like, he just does it. Like what? So he created something external to him. We got the Hierophant that reflects who he is, the High Priestess. Because the Hierophant is creating structures in our life that reflect our internal realm. And that is where the World card comes into play. That is where your success, the universe, the expansion, the far-reaching, the opportunities, everything is within that. How do they do that, though, Spirit? Because it's like, how do you make that transition and how do you do it? Like, it sounds really great, like just do it, but it's like, how? That's the they're telling you the way to be successful, the way to have your fortune is to do it your own way. Not like other people. And don't try to like, I'm doing it my own way, but I'll add elements of what other people do so I kind of fit in. It's kind of reminding me, how how people say, like, when you do things on social media, it's not about the number of people that follow you. It's about having the right people follow you, and then you'll be a success, right? And so it's like I can abide by algorithms and things like that to bring in the numbers, but that doesn't guarantee that I'm going to be a success. if I behave in such a way, like the guy who does the little dirt thing, he found his people. Because by being himself and like putting it out there and being playful with it and enjoying it, people naturally saw themselves in him and saw the commonality. And it's like he attracted the right people. He didn't need a lot of, like, if you have a ton of people following you that don't purchase or buy your shit, then you're not going to have the success. So I keep getting the song, go your own way, go your own way. I can't sing. And that's where your success is. It's like, that's where your reach, your opportunities, your expansion lies. So there is risk in that, right? You don't necessarily have an example. So I feel like somebody's like, well, how do I do that though? Somebody may feel like they already do that. How about what you need to do is do you without trying to integrate the other elements of things that you think will make you successful because other people tell you this is what you got to do, right? It's like, I feel like somebody is very indoctrinated. And I'm not saying that people don't find success this way, okay? But, you know, like when they're like, well, the reason why your website doesn't get a lot of traffic is because you have to have the SEO just right. And it's like you end up morphing this creative something and bending or shaving off some of your skill sets or trying to, like, it's like trying to be this wildflower in a bunch of roses. It's like you're trying, like you're like, if I just bring all the foliage of all the, maybe you won't see me and you'll think I fit in. And it's like any modicum, I don't know why I'm using that word, of you attempting to assimilate to anything else is actually hindering you. Like you're trying to take steps to be more appealing or more palatable or more accepted. It's like the teacher who is in the classroom and they're like trying to, like, you know, like trying to be different in their teaching methods, but also garner the approval of their principal, like, you know, like but within, like, see, I'm different, but I can still achieve these things. And it's like, that's, you're not going to be successful like that. It's like almost like if you're afraid of breaking rules, these are rules that you did not create. These are rules that others who have your skill set abide by and they swear by, and society says, and it's like, maybe you're like, I guess I'm not meant to have success like this. And they're like, because you're not supposed to have success the way others have success. That's a part of your success. You are meant to do this, yes, but not the way in which appeals to anybody else. Okay. I feel the difficulty in making the transition though. How do I do that? Like someone's very convinced that they won't get that success, 7 of Pentacles, that it won't break ground. And I feel like they're saying, just give it a shot. 2 of Pentacles with the Fool card, just give it a shot. Somebody feels like they have. Somebody is, this other avenue you've attempted to be the wild uniqueness in the path of conformity. Like you've attempted to like sneak attack, like I'm going to do it. I don't know. It's this weird melding of you owning, doing it your own way within the confines. How the fuck do you do this? Like, how do you do it? Just do it differently. Like, just don't do it like that. But I don't think somebody's not convinced that it's like, I can't just, someone doesn't know how to forge the path. I at least need a path that's already cleared for me, and then I can break away from it. But just to start, just to do me, like, how do you do that? It's in the act of trying to make it successful that you're actually stripping what you do of its ability to be successful. The attempts to be successful. So yeah, it goes back to, as long as it's like, if you were to take the path of like, I don't give a shit and I'm just going to do this, and the goal isn't success, the goal isn't conformity, the goal isn't, it's almost like you're a great teacher when you don't care what your students' scores are on that test. When you no longer attempt to utilize the test to tell you you're a good teacher. You're up in this classroom trying to implement all these cutting edge, different, unique methods, yet still trying to that these methods that uphold, that you can't quantify how much a child learns in that capacity. Like, you don't but yet still trying to cater to the test. It's like, this is not possible. Going your own way and doing it your own way has been put in you because that is the avenue to success. That your truest expression of yourself in that capacity is where your fortune comes from. Somebody just feels very like, I don't know how to do that. And what I want to say is, by just doing and not trying to be successful. It is in the idea and notion of what success is. You invariably conform. You quantify. You put parameters around what it is that you do. And so it's the doing and success follows, not following established success in your doing, because you're doing it ass backwards is what it is. Do you have the wherewithal to take this new path? You've tried it this way. Are you willing to try it this way? And I got to say, it feels like they're saying, if you just do it, chariot, you'll have success. If you just choose to do it your own way, not with the goal of pre-established success of society, not with the I'm like that being the driving force or the influence. Because is your version of success being tainted by what others who are already established say is success? It's like, to get where you want to go, that is not the thing that you need to look at as you walk to it. They're showing me a little child who is trying to learn to walk, right? But they can't be aware that they're trying to walk or that they're learning or that they're even walking, right? Because when you focus on that and you're looking down, you get wobbly and you make missteps and you fall and it's not happening. But when you look up and you just do, you're not even thinking about it. The child's not thinking, I'm walking, I'm wobbly, I'm putting one foot in front of the other. They're not even thinking about it. They see their mother. Oh, she's got a piece of candy. I want it. It's like if you just start doing what you love and doing what you do, the other things fall in place. It's almost like doing without a plan. And that's the problem. That's why you're not doing it, because you're like, okay, well, how? Well, that's a plan. So if we take, like, if the baby's not looking down, because you know, when you look down, it's like the depth perception and the brain trying to gauge things and everything. You know what I mean? Just like when those bridges that they have suspended, and it's like a really long drop, and you walk, and they're like, "Don't look down," because that's fucking when you're like I would be that way. Okay, I'm gonna move, and be like peeing your pants and everything else. Look forward, look straight. Look over here, because that's really the point, right? Is to enjoy the view, to see the mountains and the waterfalls and not down. Because in looking down, in looking at this goal idea of what success is, you invariably look out for and watch all the ways in which you could fail. Instead of the love of what you do, when success, just bear with me, when success is the goal, when you think about it, like, God, that's really true. Your brain will invariably focus on not failing instead of just doing and expressing and being you. So, you've garnered a lot, I got to be honest with you, in trying to fit a square peg in a round hole. You've really learned a lot about that. I mean, it's like, just do. It's all I can say. If you just start going and doing this and being whatever this is, instead of trying to make something happen, it'll happen. Because by removing success as the goal, you no longer have the idea of failure on the plate either. It literally shifts your focus into the being and the doing and the passion and the expression of it. And so success just happens. Expansion, elevation, opportunity. By not having success, whatever that, however you define that, as the goal, by removing that as the goal, I feel like, and just allowing the enjoyment of it. This notion of success and this attempt to be successful, however you define it, is the thing that has hindered you from being successful. It whittles away at your natural talents, your fullest expression, and creating the life in which you want. So you need to, it's doing it differently and forging your own path. It is allowing you to be that unique self, that creative self. And something just naturally happens. Stop. Oh, I get it. I get it. We had the 9 of Swords with the 3 of Wands. Stop worrying about the ships coming in. This is like somebody feeling like, it's like the teacher who is like, I know I'm meant to be a teacher, but I know I can't do it within these parameters. Yeah, I got to have bills. I'll go do this job. May have nothing to do with teaching. And that way, in the moments when I do, when I live fullest into my teacher role, it's because I want to. It's because I feel passionate about it. It's because I have the time for it. It's your truest expression. Like, you don't have parameters of external sources, version of success, and whatever internalized version of success you have. You just are. There are plenty of people who have stopped teaching, started finding other methods of income, and then found the inspiration to, you know what, I don't want this, that, the other. Like, they created something so amazing, a school that other people send their children to, because whatever you're doing, they want for their children. And then because you do that, naturally, those individuals get state subsidies that they then pay you, and voila, it works itself out. There's an unnecessary pressure and parameters that are placed on you when success is your goal. Because there's so much wrapped up in the idea of what success is. And sometimes we limit what success looks like based upon a number that I want to achieve this, or I want to, and that narrows it so fucking down that it almost squelches the possibility of success out. It's almost like you change your way of going about something, and then the opportunities roll in, and then success just breaks. It breaks ground. Because you're no longer fucking concerned whether your ships come in. You do it now because you want to, because it's who you are, it's what you enjoy, not because you have to in order to attain a goal. Okay. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to leave it at that. Hope this finds who it's meant for. And much luck to you. Let me know how it goes. Alrighty. Have a fantastic and wonderful day.